Okay, welcome once again to some 0K action. It's going to be a 1 versus 1 on the Iced Coffee map. I'm Damien from Game Innovator, and yeah, we got myself, Lightsman, on the bottom, I believe. Yep, at the bottom, starting off with Jump Jets, and Dynefroid at the top, starting off with Heavy Tanks. So it's going to be an interesting matchup, actually. The mexes are relatively the same, except for these ones on the flanks, which are worth a bit more, to say the least. Apart from that, yeah, pretty much the same. So yes, I've never seen this matchup ever, and I certainly never played against this matchup until this particular game. Amps, well, you might say that at some point, not in this particular game though, so yeah, this is going to be a bit strange, to say the least. Jump Jets versus Heavy Tanks. I definitely would not have expected that. I mean, this map is more so for cloaky bots, short bots, and jump jets as well, just due to the hilly nature of it. And yeah, I mean, heavy tanks, they can go through this slope here, but they can't go through this slope, or this slope, or this slope, or this slope, or this slope, for that matter, either all these slopes. So yeah, they can just go on these gentle slopes, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, actually, no, wait a minute. Oh, hold the phone. They can't actually go over certain parts of even these other slopes, although apparently they can go just barely on this slope there, just a little bit. So yeah, there's not... well, they're going to be heavily restricted in movements though, and yeah, I'm going to be encountering heavy tanks, being pretty surprised at that. Yeah, bots on the other hand, yeah, they can actually go pretty much anywhere except in the water, of course. And of course there's even a couple of little backdoor entrances into the base as well, actually, so yeah. For both bases. Indeed, this is going to be a very asymmetrical match, to say the least. Should make things pretty interesting, actually. God knows it was interesting playing this, and yeah, basically, well, I think I'm going to say in the chat at one point that I didn't even know what the hell I'm even supposed to be doing versus tanks as jump jets. But yeah, it's an odd choice. We'll see how things work out, though. I'm trying to keep the Pyro alive, just keeping on fight move, and we'll encounter the Welder. I don't think he can take him on head on though. In fact, I have to be very careful. I don't want this guy to die. He's pretty expensive on his own. Dynefroid, in any case, switching to, yep, he's just got everything on a loop. 2 Panthers for every Banisher. So, well, interesting little choice. Banisher as well. Well, that'd be great versus the Pyros, but then again, so will the Panthers. So, interesting choice indeed. We'll see what happens though. This Pyro is unfortunately going to run straight into this Panther, getting almost paralyzed. I do manage to barely get him out of there, so pretty good unit control by myself there. And as myself here, just continue to go with Pyros, as one normally does with jump jets. I'm probably going to want to switch out though to some other stuff to try to counter the heavy tanks a bit better, but we'll see how I'll adapt later on in the game. For the time being, though, it looks like Dynefroid is not expanding, while... no, never mind, he actually is expanding slowly but surely. Definitely needs to make sure he's expanding as much as possible. He's actually got a bombardment commander, probably not going to morph it up to be able to actually act as artillery though. And as myself here, just continuing to go with jump jets and trying to expand however I can. Going to be getting this better mix up, and I do have a very slight economic lead over Dynefroid. It is very slightly and very precarious actually. These Panthers could potentially just charge in and wreck me completely if I don't play my cards right, and actually this commander should be continually building as well for that matter. Whoopsie long. In any case, yeah, here come the Panthers, and this freaker needs to get the hell out of there. A bit of a mismicro by myself there. These Pyros are going to be jumping in to try to save the day. I have to be very careful. They do manage to take out one Panther though. Unfortunately, I stun out both my Pyros as a result, because these Panthers, well, in order to balance them, or at least that was apparently the reason for them to have that paralyzed thing when they die. So yeah, when they die, they basically emit a little EMP blast, and it's not actually enough to paralyze nearby Panthers though, which seems very strange. I'm not really sure how exactly they're meant to be balanced in that case, if they don't actually stun each other out with just a single EMP blast of their own when they die, but they have it. So, yeah. In any case, yeah, still continue to go with Pyros, a single Freaker, and yeah, just to help build. Commander's just going to be building up wind gens. I don't have to worry about anything really coming from this angle or at least coming up directly the hill, up the hill directly to take out these power gens that have to go through here. I wonder if they can actually hit. Yeah, I don't know actually. Bit of a steep angle and all that for anything to hit up the hill like that. We'll see what happens though. In case first Banisher has come down for Downfront as well. My Pyro is doing a bit of damage though, and unfortunately is not able to do too much actually. Just taking out a single mix, and that's about it. We also got another fight for not bad. Another fight for the right flank, but yeah, Downfront should be expanding on the back of his harassments there. So yeah, speed and firepower versus mobility, very interesting indeed. And there we go, this is what I'm going to do to adapt. It's going to be switching over to moderators, apparently. Interesting, because the Banisher, unlike many other right tanks, has actually got pretty decent range. In fact, he's actually got more range than the freaking moderator, and his missiles track as well pretty nicely, despite the fact that I managed to jump out of the way there. Moderator, on the other hand, range 410. It is a god-awful skirmisher, to say the least. But it's also the only skirmisher you get as the jump jets, so I can definitely see my logic in going for that. It's just that at the time anyway, I don't think I was aware of the fact that the Banisher has actually got more range than a dedicated skirmisher, or disruptor beam walker, whatever. It's meant to be a freaking skirmisher, even though it's not exactly the best in its particular role, but they have it. So, yeah, ridiculous. Just ridiculous. But oh well, we'll see how the moderator goes. Yeah, he's just going to get one shot by the Banisher. Oh my god. Freaking coming into construct. So yeah, it's pretty obvious that the Banisher, it's pretty obvious that the Banisher is not going to be particularly perturbed by the moderators, to say the least. I'm going to have to switch over to something else. Scuttle would be a little bit expensive actually, although this thing does actually cost 780 metal, so the Scuttle would actually make cost against that. Huh, okay, I didn't actually realise that at the time. Yeah, these, well, heavy tanks, indeed, our Ranger's moderator. Yeah, the heavy tanks in general are pretty expensive units, but wow, that's especially expensive, so... Yeah, 850 for the Reaper, 780 for the Banisher. So yeah, Scuttles would actually make costs, but no, instead I'm going for Jacks instead, which does actually make a bit more sense, given the fact that they can just tank the damage from the Banishers a bit more easily. In either case, the Freaker this time is instead going to be expanding towards the left flank. Thankfully, Downfront has not taken advantage of his army superiority to... Anyways, army superiority to take the left, and there we go. I've actually got this little fella on priority, and he'll eventually have this Stinger turret completed. Once that is done, that should pretty much solidify my hold over the left. I do have to worry about my base getting destroyed on, well, at the bottom though, but thankfully, yeah, the Jack coming in, too bad I missed that actually, managing to, well... actually inflicts quite a bit of damage against the Banishers, not just absorbing some hits, but actually inflicting some damage as well. So just having a look at the speed, 1.8 to 2.3, so the Jack is not that much slower than the Banisher actually, so it can actually get some shots off. And the Banisher, the Jack should actually be pretty useful against the Panther as well. In fact, I'm actually even aware there's a Panther there. Well, I am now. Losing a Pyro rather needlessly. There we go. Actually, can the Panther... No, I don't think he can hit me while he's in the air. Oh, no, actually can. Well, in any case, down he goes. And my guys, yeah, they can power just fine, but tanks, nope. Nope, yeah, not at all. Actually, I believe the hardness of this map is a bit interesting as well. No, give me that. Hardness, 100. Yeah, it's just 100 all over, which is pretty low hardness, actually. I remember getting a Sumo to jump... Actually, maybe I'll be using Sumos on this map. In any case, yeah, when a Sumo jumps on this map, basically it makes a pretty massive crater when it lands. Almost too much of a crater for it to climb out of, which is kind of ridiculous, actually. And yeah, he basically does need to he needs to expand faster, yeah, definitely letting me take too much territory there. And there we go, actually getting the Stinger up in time, so thank God for that. This should solidify my position pretty well. I could have positioned it maybe slightly more forward, but now that should be fine, I reckon, yeah. Should be good. Got crap loads of Pyros, so we should get a few more... What was up with that morph thing? But anyway. Oh, this thing can morph as well, actually, it seems. Once it gets enough experience. But anyway, that's not the issue. The counter issue is this particular battle, which the Jack is tanking some damage from, although I think Danefront was directly targeting my Pyros there after the initial shot there, so unfortunately, yeah, the Jack does take the initial shots there, and wait a minute, no, Danefront, oh, he screwed up the marker there, his Banisher was left stationary and the Jack was actually able to get up to it and destroy it, so yeah, definitely making costs there to say the least. 3 times over, I think, according to that promotion thingy. My Pyros, on the other hand, not being able to do as much as I'd hoped they would. On the other hand, I do manage to get the Jack to jump around and do a bit of damage, so I probably should be going with a bit more of an even split there. No, never mind. I'm not actually going with Jack slash Pyro, I'm just going with a couple of Jacks, but they have up the Pyros on repeat. Yeah, that's a bit of a mistake really. I should have both of them, or maybe 2 Pyros for every Jack, or something like that. In either case, I should be continually building more Jacks to say the least. They're basically what's saving me, well, them along with the Pyros to exploit their tankiness to say the least. And yeah, raiding wherever possible, that's always a good idea as well as force preservation. I do have an army advantage and a bit of an economic advantage over my opponent. Danefront, he could turn this around though. The left, well, single defender and a stinger, it could fall though. I mean, this naked mechs could definitely fall, to say the least. And really, all he needs to do is just send a single pillager and he can destroy the stinger without taking any losses at all. Sending in just even assault tanks wouldn't be cost effective though, but yeah. I think he's probably got my forces here to worry about instead though. Actually, I have to watch out though. I definitely don't want to clump up my guys when they're getting fired upon, especially by the Banisher. I believe it does have a pretty decent area of effect. Okay, it doesn't say it there, but it does have a pretty decent area of effect damage there, but there you go. Thankfully destroying Danefront's forces once again, and yeah, well, is he actually switching things up? No, he's just going with 3 Panthers for every Banisher, no Reapers or Goliaths. Actually, Goliaths might be a bit much. Tremor would be interesting to see, actually, just to try to at least force me to either retreat or attack then. Huh. Interesting. Indeed, bad matchup for Jumpies. Well, it depends on the map actually, and I dare say, for this particular map anyway, well, just given the hilliness and all that, I dare say it's actually, well, I'm making it work basically. I'm making jump jets versus heavy tanks work. I mean, granted, Danefront is has slightly less elo than me, but really only by 50 or so. I think that's actually just meant to be, yeah, I think it's only approximating the elo there. In either case, it's not a massive difference, for God's sake. I'm not so sure about puppies, but yeah, scuttles would actually be very effective. I didn't really consider them at all. So will I be building scuttles though? No, it just seems to be mostly Pyros and Jacks. Hopefully I've got the Jacks on repeat build as well. I'm definitely going to need them. Placeholder? Oh my god, of course. And of course a placeholder as well. Because the tank's mobility would basically be negated quite a bit then if I use a placeholder, yeah, placeholders on them. Yeah, that means the Jacks could basically then just jump in and blow the crap out of them. That actually makes a hell of a lot of sense, really. Because the Jacks can't move around too much, but yeah, the tanks, they can't just jump out of the black holes that are created by the placeholders, so that's actually something to keep in mind. I am actually building a scuttle, but that's it. No other special units like puppies or placeholders. Well, what the hell, at least I kind of know how to take them on. And really on completely, really on completely flat maps, heavy tanks would definitely have an advantage over jump jets. On this sort of map though, yeah, I dare say more just comes down to each individual player more so than anything else. Probably should have sent the Jacks ahead of the Pyros there, but I don't lose any anyway, just barely though. And there we go, just tearing into my opponent's economy. He's got a whole bunch of Kodachis. I, on the other hand, am building a second Stinger though, to, yeah, just to guard against that though. So, wow. Gee, those Stingers, really great stuff there. They're going to take a bit of damage though, to say the least, and ouch, there goes the Scuttle. Not really doing too much, apart from exposing a bit of the water though. Kodachis thankfully are running straight into the Jack actually, that one warping around the terrain a bit there, and yeah, these guys are basically completely screwed. Yeah, they're wandering into my base there, but I do have a Stinger and not much else to help defend. But yeah, that should be more than enough. They actually might be able to do a bit of harassment on the bottom right though, but it's not nothing really that significant. A couple of wind gens in the mix, and a couple of mixes here. Yeah, it's not really that significant. The Freaker might actually survive if I was healing him up, but nope, he's going to die though, which kind of sucks. But still, yeah, they'll get taken out, and they're not exactly very cheap raiders either. 180, they're cheaper than Pyros, but not by much though, so... Yeah, I should have built a one or two placeholders though. I mean, that would have been absolutely gold, actually. Especially with the jacks to come in and, yeah, basically pummel everything to death that has been caught in the black holes. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think of that, actually. And, yeah, actually what I'm doing instead is I'm using the hill for a bit of cover against my opponent's radar, which he is apparently building up there. So he's actually got it in a couple of different spots now. Interesting. In any case, yeah, they won't be able to see what's beyond here. Well, I should be able to see what's, let's just have a look actually. What does my radar see? Yeah, actually, yeah, I can see these guys pretty easily. Well, actually, these two Stingers can take them out anyway. But, nope, I'm actually just going to be jumping in. Yeah, actually, screwing up the jack jump a little bit there. Actually, never mind. Oh, damn it, that was a pretty good opportunity to, just get the jacks to ram straight into him. But nope, looks like I'm actually just busy in retreating my forces behind the Stingers. And, actually, that's not such a bad idea, I suppose. I mean, these Panthers... They're just going to run straight in and get blown up. Well, one of them is anyway. I probably should have just pressed on the attack with the jacks, but there you go. And my army advantage is pretty massive over Dane Freund. So now he's actually transitioning to Panther/Kodachis. Interesting thing with Kodachis is with their flame bomb, it sets things on fire, but they themselves cannot be set on fire though. Same with the Pyros, so they sort of do reduced damage to each other. I'm not really sure. Well, interesting, 700, 750. 80 to 220. Yeah, I'm not really sure how they do individually against each other. Huh, okay, it's the same thing. Let's see. Second frame. Now, Scott, let's just concentrate on what's happening here. Suffice to say, suffice to say, it is a very strange matchup. And whoopsie long, screwing up my jump there a bit. I think my thinking there was that they were going to retreat instead of pushing forward, but they died in either case. A bit of a screw jump though, but yeah, but tongue-tied as well for some reason. Having a look at commanders, looks like I'm morphing mine up to level 3, so just the standard for myself anyway, standard jumping commander, Dane Freund, leaving his at level 0, not too surprising given his economic disadvantage. What he has at the moment is, doesn't seem to be working to say the least. Indeed, yeah, why the hell have I not gone to a placeholder, for fuck's sake. Oh, there we go, finally going with a placeholder. Jesus, it really took my time there. Actually getting a Firewalker before I even went for that, so yeah, just probably trying to seal the deal and finally destroy my opponent's base. Really taking my time there. Going to take out my radar tower and at the same time get my Firewalker to destroy my Freaker. Interesting. I don't know if that was intentional on their behalf, but this Firewalker's targeting is pretty freaking stupid to say the least. Yeah, guys, Firewalker almost gets destroyed himself actually. In fact, I really need to heal him up. Yeah, thankfully the flames don't affect him for too long. He's almost dead. You know, the flames are still... Sorry, the flames are still affecting him, and he's going to die rather needlessly. Nope. Apparently not. I'll be damned. Still though, one more shot will take him out. So I really should be healing him up for God's sake. Yeah, the Firewalker offensive is almost completely dead in the water actually, just because I left him at the front. Whoopsie longer and... Oh god, I make the same mistake again. Well, at least their forces get destroyed, but oh my god, I can't believe I just jumped them straight over. God, why did I think they were going to retreat? I mean, really, what the hell was my thinking there? Oh well, I mean, it doesn't really matter that much anyway, I just still have an army advantage. And there we go, actually I'm going to be building a sumo, so I'll probably watch that make some rather deep craters into the terrain every time it jumps, I guess. And what the hell is going on here? Something is... Okay, I had a pyro or something go in here. Actually, no, I don't think it's a pyro. I think it's actually just the Firewalker. Okay, got a second Firewalker coming in to flame the crap out of everything, it seems. Slowly, very slowly but surely destroying everything. Indeed, yes. Yeah, why don't you jump again? Yes, that's a good question to ask myself. Why did I do that in the first place is an even better question. Again, leaving builders an idle when I could be building pylons at the very least to get my other mixers there. Or actually, at this point, I could probably just build a like I could do a fact switch basically to aircraft and basically end this much more quickly, but nope. Instead, we got a sumo and yeah, okay. Oh, it's interesting. I actually can get the camera to glitch under the terrain there. Ah, very nice. Indeed. Ah, indeed. Alright, well in any case, yeah, as you can see, the sumo does indeed leave a pretty deep imprint in the terrain there, as you can see. I think I've just been repeating, as you can see, a couple of times as well, but oh well, fuck it. Yes, fire is indeed pretty hot. This sumo, where the hell is he even going actually? Seems to be getting caught up on freaking pyros. Yeah, well, another attack by Dane Froond. I think he's just trying to stop me from creeping my stingers along. Very valiant effort, and it actually does seem to be working. These freakers are on the verge of death, actually. But nope, the Stinger is still being built up, and actually we do have Dane Froond switching over to gunships of all things. Firewalker and the Sumo going around the side. A bit of a risky maneuver, actually, because we could have tanks going around. Actually, they should be able to go around, yeah. This is just a slight little indentation in the terrain there, so yeah, they should just be able to go through that. Yeah, they can go around to attack, but yeah, no, it doesn't look like they're going to do that. Instead, all the mobile forces of Dane Froond concentrated on the left flank, placeholder coming in as well to hold a single Panther in place, but no follow-up though, so I don't know why the hell I even sent him forward like that. He's kind of meant to serve as a support platform behind everything else. He can't do any damage, despite the fact that he's firing black holes. These are very they're very non-lethal black holes, actually. In fact, these are the most non-lethal black holes I've ever seen, actually. But there you go. In any case, there we go. Sumo is very slowly climbing up, as well as the Firewalker, which apparently cannot fire anything due to the terrain, it seems. Sumo, hopefully I'm going to be jumping that to, well, just get it to move around a bit more quickly at the very least. And as for Dane Froond, he has his gunship plant up, but he's not building anything from there. Probably would have made much of a difference anyway, but he would have caught me out without any anti-air at the very least, so I suppose there is that to consider. Everything else is going to be jumping in, and that's pretty much going to be curtains for Dane Froond. In fact, I didn't even jump the Sumo himself, actually. Everything's getting blown up. Gunship plant is making a brawler, so is that going to be the heroic brawler? Probably not. Still interesting little matchup though, and yeah, not something you see very often at all, or ever, basically. I mean, jumpies versus heavy tanks. Oh, here we go, actually, I think, did he jump? Well, no, actually, I don't think he did jump, and again, we can get the camera to look underneath the terrain. Very nice little effect we got going on there. Indeed, but anyway, whoops. We'll just focus on where the actual battle is. And I don't think the Brawler is even going to be built, actually. A single defender. He's actually a heroic defender. Got a silver star and everything. But, well, there we go. That's what this game is about. It's about adapting to your opponent's tactics and trying not to walk your own units into your own fire that you generated yourself. That's a good thing to do. And look at this thing. It's actually... oh my god. I don't think he can actually get out of there. Maybe he can if he goes up this slope. Yeah, I think he can actually, I'll be damned. Actually, no, I don't think he can, nope. I think he's actually, I think I gave him a move command there, but that was it. He's actually going to be destroying the solar collectors almost simultaneously. Yeah, I don't think Dane Froond's got too much of a chance, unless if these two defenders can make something happen. Probably not, though. In fact, wait till you see what's in store. What is in store, actually? Let's see. Oh, okay, we've actually got a Strider hub being built up. He's only just assisting the only just assisting the jump jet factory though, so I don't know why I built him. Maybe I was going to get him to build obviously to build a Strider, but I just left him there and okay, well, and not that it really matters much anyway. Yeah, look at that deep crater. I believe that was from a Sumo jump. Huh. Indeed. Oh, there we go. Actually, I did make something. I did make a Strider after all, the Dante. Well, there you have it. So, yeah, that was really necessary. Oh god, Sumos, Dantes, jump jets versus heavy tanks. What a freaking game indeed. A whole mountain Real hill actually, full of wind gens as well. You just gotta love it. Great game indeed, and I shall see you all next time.